saying? Like, you really just have to be like, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Regardless of having moments where you're not seeing results that you want to have, you never know when your time will come. Because that's the story of my life. Like, I was doing this for 5 years,
Wow.
no money, making little to nothing. Okay, and then the last year, my life just completely 180 to where I could do this full time. I've been to some amazing places and events, met some amazing people. So you just never know when your time will come.
Thank you so much, Nola, for joining me. How you feeling today?
I feel good, girl. Your
You look
energy is giving me everything. So,
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Once somebody come up at me about my energy, I'm like, oh, well, thank you.
absolutely. And thank you for the compliment. You look good too. Yes, let's give her a round of applause.
Today. Thank you. So let's just jump right into it, Nola.
Mhm.
What were you doing before influencing?
So I was actually a Whole Foods Prime Now shopper. So imagine like ordering some groceries from the Amazon app and you want it delivered to you. So I would be the one in the Whole Foods store, like getting the groceries, and then they come and a delivery driver will come pick it up and take it to you. So I was doing that part time. I was maybe making like $1,000 a month or something like that. Not nothing to live off of.
Yeah.
And we had to fight for our shifts, so it was very hard to get get work, and especially anything to like really make a lot of money, like say $1,000 a month. So the good thing about it though was it allowed me the flexibility to choose when I wanted to work. And while I was there, um, we didn't have like a manager that's to like breathing down our necks. So whenever I wasn't doing like an order, packing somebody's order and stuff, I would actually be working on the side on my content. Okay, so
So you were just already like ready to do content. Like this wasn't something that you were working Whole Foods and then you decided to like you were already into content.
well, for my last job before I did became a full-time influencer, that's what I was doing. But no, it's funny how I actually just got into influencing. I know that's something we're gonna get into a little bit later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely enjoy content creation. It was something I did want to transpire to what it is today and be doing it full time. So I just knew I needed to take that opportunity that I had for my free time
To
and
work it.
work on it.
So how did you get into influencing?
So actually, back in 2016, my sister at the time, shout out to her, Candace, she actually was really big into vlogging. Like she would watch a lot of bloggers on YouTube and stuff like that. Latoya Forever, that's a big one for her. And I wasn't really big on like, YouTubers or content creators. I just, when I see her watching, I watch it with her. And I thought it was really interesting. And she also would do it herself as well. She had a channel as well, doing hair and makeup and stuff like that. So she introduced me to like the whole content creator world.
Yeah.
And then to fast forward a little bit, I got with my hubby, and he introduced me to shopping on Amazon frequently. So he would just be buying up everything. They're like, okay, this is real convenient, this is real cute. Let me go ahead and shop on Amazon too. So I bought me some wig off Amazon, right? And it was a real cute curly wig, and I would get so many compliments and questions on this wig. Like everywhere I go, oh my God, I love that wig. Where'd you get it from? And so many questions. So it randomly popped in my head one day. I'm like, I should make a YouTube video on this.
Yeah.
And so I made a YouTube video, and when I did that, I just had so much fun with it. I'm like, maybe I need to be a content creator myself. Like, I'm influencing people to make purchases on certain things. I'm having fun with it, and I am, exposed now to see that people do this for a living. So let me hop on. So so basically that's what got me into it.
Okay. So before you even got into influencing, or do you like being called influencer? Like, what do you prefer, influencer or creative? I feel like I feel like people like I feel like the word influencer they try to make it seem like a negative thing sometimes.
Yeah.
But like, which one do you prefer, or is that even a thing?
It is a thing, definitely. But I actually just call myself a content creator, because there are times where I'm not like I get paid for creating content for brands. Like they don't even want me to post it and use my quote unquote influence to make sales. But that's a part of my job, content creation. And then with content creation for my own platforms, that also, is considered an influencer. So regardless of whatever people call me, influencer or content creator, it doesn't matter to me. But if I'm referring to myself, I just say content
Content
creator.
creator. So before you even became a content creator, did you experience like any fear before starting like content creation? Like what was the biggest thing that kind of like made you feel like, I don't know if I want to go through with this, but I love it, so I'm gonna do it. Like what was that fear if you did had any?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I feel like a lot of people, especially aspiring content creators, they're gonna know like, ooh, it's so scary to like think about what my friends think about this, what my family think, what are random people on the internet going to think, are they're judging me, like,
Yeah.
are they gonna like me, the content that I put out. So yeah, those are definitely big fears that I had
Mhm.
starting out for sure. So
How did you overcome that? But this is something that I feel like a lot of creators experience, just like because they know that they know that they can do it,
mhm.
but it's just like always that fear of like judgment, what people have to say. Like, how do you get over that hump? How do you like shut the noise out as a creator and just put your workout regardless?
Right. So one of the things is definitely just thinking about what are you creating this content for in the first place?
Yeah,
Like, is it helping other people? Is it helping you at the end of the day? Do you feel
yeah,
like you need to, get this out? Bring out your creativity. Does it, help you feel better? Like when you go back to the reasons why you do it, then it makes it a little bit better and easier for you to just go ahead and put it out. Like for me, like I know my content a lot of times is helping other people because it's
yeah.
information, like it's informative or inspiring in some type of way. So that's what makes me be like, okay, even though I'm a little nervous about what some people might think, I do know that there's a lot of people that will,
Need it.
yeah, they'll benefit from this in some type of way. So let me be a service. Let me be a good energy, a positive light in this world and put out this content.
Nice. I love it. And I hope that, people get that from
Mhm.
my content too.
Yes.
Because truthfully, it's a segment that I feel like well, so do you feel like you still experience that fear up to this day?
Yeah,
You
sometimes
do?
I do, yeah. Sometimes I do, but then I go back to like, what
What
I was
why?
saying, like, yeah, why, like, what, what's behind this content? Like, is it really helping someone? Like,
Yeah.
let me put it out. Because even the video that I did, talking about my journey, like, I
Mhm.
was a little, nervous about putting it out because it's so personal, certain things that I was talking about, income, different things like that. Because you have people talking negative about, like, oh, why you tell people how much you made, or,
Yeah.
roundabouts, or, um, talking, just shedding light on the influencer world. People
Yeah.
really wanting to gatekeep that type of stuff. And I just was a little fearful of that. But then I was like, you know what? No, I gotta put this out because there's so many people, and I've seen from the comments, like, so many people just are so grateful for that
Wow.
content, like that, and it inspires them to keep going because they're like, wow, now I see like the journey that you went through, and
Yeah.
I can do the same. And that's what I wanted.
Right.
I wanted them to realize like you can do the same too.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, yeah, I gotta put it out, regardless of, if I'm a little scared of what people
Yeah.
gonna get judgment. Oh, she rich now. Let me back up with some money. Like,
Oh no, not the money, not
wait.
let me tell
I think I start dialing.
so you're a full-time content creator. Like you don't have no set job. Like this is you're living off of your blood, sweat, and tears, and it's paying off today.
Yes.
Look at you, Nola. That is an accomplishment, and you should definitely give yourself your flowers because I know being a content creator is not easy.
Not at all.
It is not easy. So, what is it really like being an influencer? Because I feel like social media or people who might be looking from the outside might see it as like, oh, this glamorous life. I
Mhm.
know it has to be like some real back end work that you have to like make sure you can do this consistently. So like what is it really like? What are the pros and cons of being an influencer slash content creator?
Okay, so honestly, it's like a roller coaster. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, because like there are moments of just excitement. There's moments of fear. Like
Yeah.
before you get on a roller coaster, you're so scared. Like before you get into concentrated creation, you're scared. But when you actually do it and you can see the fruits of your labor, like it's wonderful. It feels great.
It's rewarding.
It's very rewarding. It's a lot of hard work too. A lot of people, like you were saying, like they look at it, it looks all glamorous and stuff, but they're not seeing the struggles behind the scenes of self-doubt, content getting all messed up. There's been times.
I have stories for days when it
Yeah.
comes to content, okay?
Yeah, no, yeah, just struggles with like, yeah, content getting messed up. You might be editing something for days on end, and then next thing you know, your computer just gives out. Like stuff like that happens, and people just don't understand the amount of stress that goes with that, comes with that rather. So I would definitely say some of the pros are being able to help other people. Like I personally just I get fulfillment out of knowing that my content has helped someone, Um, so that is one thing. Number two is money. Okay, we all a little ching ching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, just to be able to do something that I enjoy, I love, and be able to make, good amount of money and
Yeah.
live off of this and live a comfortable life as well. Like that's just definitely a pro. Another thing is events. You get to go to some amazing events. Like I recently just went to an event called Playlist Live. Amazon actually, brought me out to go to the event, and girl, it was amazing. It was like a big party, like it was just crazy with a lot of content creators there that I got to meet. Amazing, and I wouldn't have gotten that space if it wasn't for me being a influencer. So that's a pro. Getting free stuff, of course, definitely, because people want you to do content and bring exposure to their products and their brands, so that sends you stuff for free.
Yeah.
And sometimes in addition to getting paid to create content, they're sending you the stuff for free also. Like, yeah, because if you're an influencer, baby, don't let nobody send you nothing. Make you pay for something and then create content. No, 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 no. Y'all need to send it free and then you create content and get paid for that as well. Yeah. Because in the beginning of my influencer days, they would do that. They'd be like, "Oh, we'll give you a discount to buy the product." No. No, we're not doing that. Sure. That's just a little sneaky way for them to try to get paid. Free marketing. So yeah. But yeah, that's definitely a pro as well. And yeah, I would just say, yeah, that's pretty much some of the pros I can list now.
And what are the cons?
Definitely one of the cons can be mental health. It can affect your mental health in a negative way. Because I personally just don't feel like we're meant to be online all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's just so much information, so many different people's opinions, so negative news. It's a lot to process. So, when you do this as a job, like you have to be online, I feel a lot more often than, the average person.
Yeah.
So it could definitely take a toll. You can start to have self-doubt. You can start to compare yourself to other creators or people. You also could start to, just look at yourself differently, like your physical appearance, and be like, oh, I don't like how I look. I need to be this way. I need to be that way. Um, so yeah, I just that's definitely one of the cons. It can definitely affect your mental health. Another one is dealing with trolls. Definitely because you're online now. You have people who are going to just project their negative energies and vibes and things in their life onto you. And that can get you out of your element, okay? Like it's been a few times. Some people have triggered me, but I had to realize, like, there's a lot of I get a lot of positivity, but there's some people that like they just gonna be negative Nancy's. Like,
you also have both sides of the situation.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Like what you choose to focus on.
Exactly. So I had to realize, like, okay, do you want to let this person bring you down, which is what they want to do. They want to make you feel like crap. They want to get you angry out your element. You can't let that happen. Just block, ignore. Because I used to feel obligated to like
respond.
Yeah, like to like try to teach them, like, why would you, people be nasty on purpose. Like there's constructive criticism that you can give, but like, they purposely trying to get a moment out of you and other people. That's
they try and use your light to bring you down, but also to like shed light on, I don't know, themselves, or like, because that's what you're really doing. You're just shedding light on yourself to see like, okay, this person is nasty. This person doesn't have a good spirit. Like you are just like, when I see people trolling, I'm like, ew. Right. Like, regardless if I'm even like that person, like for you to publicly show that side of you just to bring someone down, is like, yeah, you already lost. Like, regardless of what you said about this person, like, you already lost in my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's definitely a con too. Another thing is work-life balance.
I was supposed to ask that.
Yes, that can be very hard because this is your job. You're
Yeah.
always online. So like you're filming yourself too. Like if you're, a lifestyle content creator or something of that nature, like most content creators, I do feel like they have a difficult time between like, okay, I gotta cut off, my job of like content creating and this and that and just literally like be in the moment.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that definitely was hard for me a lot of times. I'm still working on it, but it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Definitely, because I had to realize like, I need to be in a moment. I can't be filming every
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I need to just enjoy in real life right now,
Yeah.
So yeah, that could definitely be a con. And then the last con would have to be inconsistent income. So because you work for yourself, okay, you're pretty much a business owner.
Yeah.
You're not a 9 to 5. You're not getting a steady check for
Yeah.
most people. Um, you could have a amazing month, making a ton of money. The next month is like cricket. Like, where is the corporation? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you want to hear the points dropping, but you ain't hear nothing. Like, it can be
There are
like,
pennies.
like
Pennies just dropping on the floor.
I want to hear dollars. What it is? So yeah, it could definitely be like that. So just definitely making sure you set yourself up a certain type of way so you
Yeah.
can, prepare for if it is like a slow income type of month. So we could talk about that a little bit more later.
Yeah.
But yeah, the inconsistent income can be a con too.
Okay. Let's get into social media and Amazon because that's where you get most of your income from, right? How were you able to first grow your YouTube and then from then how did you able to make income from Amazon? So let's start with YouTube. How were you able to grow your YouTube?
So it's YouTube Shorts, girl. I'm
I
like,
saw that. I've
yeah,
noticed I'm like, dang, these YouTube shorts are like running it up.
running it up. Like they're a lot of these platforms are trying to compete with TikTok because
Yeah.
TikTok is the it, the it
The it
social
girl
media
right now, yeah.
like the it girl, the it platform right now. So they're trying to compete. So anytime use any platform, if they have a new feature, a tip, get on it ASAP because they're going to push
Push it.
that.
Yeah.
So and that'll get you a lot more exposure. But yeah, what I would do was I would film like a full long video of something. So the video that actually made my YouTube like blow up was when I did knotless braids on myself, like a DIY knotless braids with like this crochet method that was easy for beginners because I was definitely like struggling with trying to, do this whole like the regular standard way that most people were doing it. So I was like, all right, let me try a different way and then let me share it with other people. So I did a full long video, but then I also made a short, like a short one
Like you took a piece of that and you made it into a short.
Right. Yeah. So I could put it on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. Basically put it on all platforms. But specifically on YouTube, that's where it really like it took off. It blew up. It went crazy, and I got so many subscribers from that.
Wow.
But like, it was the subscribe button, right? So when you're on YouTube Shorts, there's a big red subscribe button like right there on the video, and so it just made it easy for people to
do it.
Oh, I love this video. Let me subscribe. Let me press this button. It's right there.
Yeah.
So I think that was what really like
skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Wow.
My success.
I had a friend the same thing too because she's on YouTube and she literally had I know like probably like a month ago she had probably about like 200 followers or something and I saw her kept posting like shorts like every now and then. I went back on her profile. Sis has like over 20,000 followers.
Yes, it's those shorts. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh
like,
my God.
It's insane. Like that's where majority of my followers have come from are the shorts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So when you start to see your following grow on YouTube, that's when you decided to get into Amazon, or when did you begin to do like Amazon?
Oh no, yeah, no, not on YouTube. When I started to get big on my Amazon finds, so it's okay. So what I will say is like I was already doing Amazon finds like way back, like 2016, 17-ish, I guess. 2017, I think, is when I really like got big on it because that was the only platform, like as a small creator, that allowed you to make money.
Which platform?
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, Amazon affiliates.
Okay.
And they have different programs within Amazon. So they have the affiliate program and then they have the influencer program. So anyone can actually join the affiliate program. You
Yeah.
just have to make a sale within 6 months to keep the account,
Oh,
and then you can make
okay,
commissions.
okay, okay. Uh-huh.
But to be an influencer, you need to have like, a small following in a certain niche, and then they will have to accept you into the program.
Oh,
So how I actually got into the program was I would buy clothes from Amazon myself,
mhm,
and then I would post pictures and stuff on Instagram, and I
mhm,
would tag Amazon Fashion. So that's
mhm,
another thing. Like if you're interested in like maybe working with a brand,
mhm.
get that spend because you gotta spend some money.
Yeah.
You gotta spend money first. What they say, it takes money to make money.
Right.
Or however that goes. But
You gotta
basically,
create the content they want to create the content that you think that they would like first, so that when they do come to your page, you're like, okay,
yeah, she's serious.
yeah, she know what
You
she know
know,
what she's doing.
they can see the potential.
Yeah.
So I would buy their clothes, I would tag Amazon Fashion, and then they invited me into the influencer program
Mhm.
directly. So that's how I got the program. So once I did that, then that's when I was like, okay, let me start, doing my fashion stuff. Let me start sharing Amazon stuff.
Yeah.
But it didn't really get like super serious for me as far as like just mainly like me for Amazon finds
Yeah.
until like around COVID time when I got on TikTok. So there was a girl, her name is Rachel Metters or something like that.
Mhm.
She's the one that's like, things you didn't know you needed from Amazon.
Mhm.
So she inspired me. So
Yeah.
she's like an OG. She's the one that I feel like basically got me into like really focusing heavy on Amazon
Mhm.
finds. So when she did that, I started and I grew exponentially very fast. My
Yeah.
money started doubling, like it was insane,
Wow.
and that's what helped me to transition out of working at Whole Foods. And if
Really?
y'all didn't know, Whole Foods is owned by Amazon, so I went from working at Amazon as a Whole Foods shopper to making
Oh,
way more money
amen.
as
That
a
is a
affiliate with
testimony.
Amazon.
Like that is definitely a testimony. Like,
Yes.
wow, look at it. Full circle.
Full circle is
Mhm.
so crazy.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's basically that what the question was.
She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
how you got into being an Amazon influencer.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, and like, how do you make money from that? Like, explain like the process of like making money from it.
So you make commissions. So basically, as an affiliate with
Mhm.
Amazon, you get a special link.
Mhm.
So let's say I want to promote these earrings or something I got from
Mhm.
Amazon. I'm gonna go to Amazon since my part already applied. I'm accepted.
Yeah.
I'm in the program. I go to the product. There's a little button that you can press to get your unique code. You get
Mhm.
that link,
Mhm.
and then you add it to whatever platform you want to share it to, or even friends or family. You just send that link to them,
Mhm.
and when they buy it, well, not friends and family because you don't get commissions from them. They able
Oh.
to tell. I don't know what type of love
Wow.
spy type stuff they be doing, but they will not give you commissions from your friends and family. But like people online,
Mhm.
say Instagram, post it on your Instagram bio, your actual storefront, or you could post a link. I
Mhm.
would do a full on storefront because you can have multiple different things within that they might be interested in and buy.
Mhm.
But yeah, anywhere on social
You just
media where
set
you can
that
add a
link.
link,
Just do that.
yeah, you got your link.
It's so simple. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know you probably was like, yeah, I'm gonna just run this up because I
Right.
gotta put shop and put a link and we good to go.
Absolutely.
I love it. So how are you able, I feel like the biggest struggle a lot of creators or aspiring creators deal with or like face is being consistent. How are you able to be consistent as a creator?
Dead silence, cause girl, I'm still struggling with that. I'm still struggling with that.
And that you would never think though, because I don't believe you. I don't believe you because how are you still struggling with consistency and you able to like grow your following? I feel like that's the biggest thing is to just be consistent regardless of what's happening. Like
Yeah,
how are you consistent?
girl. Okay, well, it's funny to me because no, I'm not consistent.
Mhm.
I definitely have to work on that.
Mhm.
But what I will say is like, yeah, it's very important. Like I could be even further if I was consistent, but
Mhm.
it is something important to really grow is to be posting. Depending on which platform you're on, because they're all different. Like
Yeah.
TikTok wants you to post like every day, multiple times a day. Instagram, they want you to post like a few times a week. YouTube, you maybe once a week at the least.
Mhm.
But if you could do that, I think the best way to prepared to be able to do that
Mm-hmm.
is batch content.
Mm-hmm.
So, like for instance, just take one day if you can, because I know people, work
Mm-hmm.
9 to 5. So maybe that one day off that you got. Hey, it's hustle mode.
Yeah,
Okay, you want to get out this 9 to 5. You gotta be uncomfortable. You gotta put yourself in a position to do what you gotta do
yeah.
to get to this next level.
Mm-hmm.
So on that day, just film a ton of content. A ton of content, stuff for Instagram, little short versions of things, maybe a full YouTube video, and then maybe some other little videos for this. You could do behind the scenes. You could do getting ready with me. I mean, it depends on
Whatever you like to do.
yeah, what niche and stuff you're in. But batch content is going to be the best way to be as consistent as possible. But just a little bit where I want to go into being with consistency is I think for me personally, like I'm more so big on quality over quantity. So I think that's why I've been able to like maintain like what I have without being consistent because and continue to grow is because the quality of my stuff is like really good when I do put it out. I might go a week, 2 weeks without posting, but when I come back, just know, I got something good for y'all.
Some good quality.
So I think I would love to see the social media world shift in that way.
Yeah.
So it could give people, more breaks away from social media to focus on themselves, focus on their mental health, self-care, and just come back with good stuff that's really gonna help people.
Because I feel like a lot of like we as a creator, you deal with a lot of pressure to like keep up that momentum, and it's like you have to pour into yourself first. And like you were saying too, like being online constantly is just I feel like I feel like a lot of creators are noticing that too. Like that constant like, okay, I have to rush to post. Like that's not it's not it. For some people it is. Like people are naturally just online, that's good. But I know for me for a fact, like I can't do like just constantly being on social media all the time. And that's why I feel like I like YouTube because like you post a video, you don't have to post another video until the week after, or like because with Instagram it's like you kind of gotta be posting like, and it's like you kind of gotta be posting more, and you also have to make sure like I feel like Instagram wants more of a highlight reel type of content because like I feel like people be like, oh, if I don't post something that's like cute or flexy, like it doesn't do well. Do you experience that as a creator? Like certain content just doesn't take off?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Like as conspiracy, you're gonna have stuff that flops, and then you're gonna have stuff that just doesn't even extremely well. One thing I do notice too is like regardless of whether it flops at that moment, it could go crazy in the next month or
next year,
week, year, day. Like you never know. So it's always good to just put out the best that you can put out whenever you do. Because for instance, the video that I talked about my journey, like that video it had like what like I don't know, it's a very few view, 1,000 maybe views when like I first did it, but then like 5 months later, it's when it just took off out of nowhere. Same thing with my hair video when I posted that on TikTok, I mean on Instagram, that went viral. It didn't do anything for like the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then out of nowhere it just took off. So yeah.
So just to bring the interview to a conclusion, and thank you so much for all the gems you already dropped. We talked about YouTube, we talked about Amazon, we talked about how you got started, balancing, influencing, the pros and cons. For anybody that's watching this, what is one piece of advice you would give for any aspiring content creators or influencers?
Oh, that's hard to say one, girl. Oh my God, it's a lot of stuff I definitely want to say. Like I could try to condense it. Yeah. But basically having being persistent, having a mindset of determination. Like just think in your mind like I'm gonna do this until I'm 80. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you really just have to be like I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Regardless of having moments where you're not seeing results that you want to have, you never know when your time will come because that's the story of my life. Like I was doing this for 5 years, no money, making little to nothing. Okay, and then the last year, my life just completely 180 to where I could do this full time. I've been to some amazing places and events, met some amazing people. So you just never know when your time will come. Even too, if you have to like kind of pivot and like add other things in, um, just always keeping the mindset of like I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna be ready to work as hard as I have to for as long as I have to until my time comes. Um, Oh, it's just a lot that I wanted to,
I love that. I'm
oh
getting
my
all the
God.
I'm getting all
Yes,
the inspiration. Like, you were
definitely.
gonna be a speaker.
Huh?
You were gonna be a speaker.
Girl.
This is over here. You inspiring me. I love it.
Definitely, but it's just like, girl, it's a lot that I had wrote like a long list of stuff that I just wanted to say. That oh my God, the income too. Like, make sure y'all is checking y'all contracts if you start getting paid. Make sure you having brands send you back a signed contract from their end, because what they'll do is they'll have you sign it and then they'll keep it like that. Like, no, because recently a brand was about to try not to pay me what they were supposed to pay me. So make sure you have it written in contract once you get paid right here on the dotted line, baby. It's right there. You can take them to court if they want to act crazy, you know. So make sure, you know, you're looking over contracts and stuff like that. Oh, make sure y'all have multiple streams of income. Please. You can most people cannot rely off of just brand deals alone. You might look at it like, oh, you know, oh, most people get paid for brand deals. No, like or I could just speak for myself. I cannot rely on strictly brand deals alone. You need to be looking at ways of making affiliate income. I think Amazon is a great way to do that because there's so many different products that you can promote. Everyone already knows and loves Amazon. And so that yeah, they have a whole program too that where they treat their influencers like, you know, royalty, like treat us good, okay? So yeah, definitely look into affiliate income, brand deals, selling a product that's within your niche, selling a course or just something that you could teach other people. But yeah, definitely make sure you have different streams of income. YouTube ad revenue, that's a really good one too, because the content, again, you never know, a video can blow up from years ago and you still making money off of that. It's like passive income. So that's another one for my aspiring content creators as well. Um,
Thank you so much, Nola. I love this interview. I already know I was going to like it. I can't wait to play it back, edit it, and just put it out. But before we go, we have to let people know how to follow you.
Oh yeah.
How can we follow you? How can we follow Nola? What's your YouTube? I'm also gonna put the links in the description, but how can we follow you?
So yeah, I'm just Nola Viva on most platforms. So Instagram, Nola Viva, NOLAVIVA. And then YouTube as well, Nola Viva. And then TikTok is Nola V Amazon Finds. So she will have
I'll put it in the description.
in the description, so it's simple and easy for you guys to find me if you're interested. Check out my content and vibing with me.
Nice. Thank you guys for watching. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.